Hey everybody, Sister Fantastic here. Welcome to today's video. Today I'm taking a little veer off of the palette Promenade and I'm doing a collab with Emily D. And what we're going to create is a matcha latte look, which is trending right now on TikTok. And I was inspired by some photos on the Ipsy website. And so I've got a couple of palettes here that I'm going to dip into. I've got this Lurella Matcha eyeshadow palette, which I used just a couple of weeks ago, but it's got some really pretty shades, and I think that it's going to help me create this look. And then there's a shade in the Reckless palette from Saints, Angels, and Sinners, this gorgeous olive green that I want to dip into. And I don't know, I may get something else out of this palette too, but we'll just get into it and we'll see. So anyway, I'm going to start with the eyeshadow primer. Let me set this little sleeve aside. And I'm going to do the eyes first today, and then we will work on the complexion products when I take the break to do my lashes. So the beautycrop Stuck on You. And we're going to get this down on the eyelids. I did do moisturizer and skincare and stuff already. I get the corner of the eye. And we're going to get right into it. Okay, so for the whole idea behind matcha latte is to mix, think of it like a latte, like a coffee drink. And so you're going to have some neutrals in there along with the greens. And so I'm going to start out with this one here called Sippin'. It's kind of like an olive green, but it's got a lot of brown in it too. And I'm just using this Lurella brush, and we're going to just get this right in the crease. And just lay down a transition shade, you know, to give the other shades somewhere to go. I'll just make sure and take it pretty high up. It's a pretty color. I mean, you know, for being a neutral, you know, I like these olivey kind of shades, you know, because they're like half green and half brown, and, you know, they just work really well together. Greens and browns. I've got some redness on my face, as you can see today. I'm going to have to definitely use some good coverage on the foundation products. Okay. Now, before I go into any of these other greens here, I want to use that green from the Reckless palette. And it's called Breakthrough. Right there. And it's got quite a bit of yellow in it. Anyway, I'm just going to use that same brush and just go a little bit deeper in the crease, and let me smooth out that eyeshadow primer. It's getting in the crease there. And I just want to build, that green color. Now, of course, there's different ways to do this matcha latte look. You can use your browns on the lid, or you can use the browns in the crease and use the greens on the lid. You know, however you want to combine the colors, the browns and the green colors. you know, for whatever look you're trying to create or whatever eye shape you might have. Okay. Okay, so there's that. Now let me switch brushes. I may come back to that brush here in a minute. Let me just leave it sitting out. And I'm thinking. That's what I'm doing. I'm looking at these brushes and I'm thinking. I'm going to go in with a fluffy kind of a brush. And I want to use this shade called Whipped. It's a satin finish. It's kind of like a darker brown. But I want to use it on a fluffy brush so that it won't be too intense on the lid. I'm going to put this on the lid. This outer portion of the lid. Right out here. And I'm just going to, I think I'm going to try to create a halo eye today. So I'll put it just right there in the corner as well. I probably need another brush for that. Let's just work on this outer part. Let me find a smaller brush. Let me use this pencil brush here and we'll do the inner portion. It may not be as fluffy as I need for it to be, but I'm going to try to do a light application. Because dark shadows in the corner can be kind of tricky. And we're just going to angle that up a little bit. And then I'm going to take this fluffy brush and I'm going to blend that. Okay, and then with that same shade, that same pencil brush, I'm going to go underneath the lash line. About halfway over. And just get this outer corner really good. Like that. And I'll do something right here in the front underneath the lash line and the inner corner with a brighter shade. Okay. Now the inner corner on this side. Or the inner part of the lid, I should say. This is a pretty shade. If you like a coffee shade, this one looks like my morning coffee. Okay, I'm just trying to get it to match. It's a challenge. All right, now I'm going to do the outer part. And again, this fluffy brush, it diffuses the pigment a bit better. And so it's easier to build up rather than just having that dark brown just take over all the green, which is what I don't want. Okay, now let's blend right here. And things can get kind of muddy, you know, mixing colors together like this really quick. So you want to be careful and, you know, you got to know where to stop. Okay, so there's that. Let me set that brush down. Now, I need to decide what I'm going to do for the lid. I'm trying to keep these brushes from flying away. There's a really pretty like green shade right here in this palette. And there's some really pretty shades, shimmer shades in this palette. This whole side right here is shimmers. So let me grab a flat brush here. And I'm trying to decide. I want to definitely do something lighter. I think I'm going to try this tea leaf shade right here. That looks really pretty. Let's see what happens. We need some shimmer. A halo eye needs some shimmer. So let's just put it right here in the center. I'm going to carry it on up into the crease area. On up into that green. And I'm going to pack it on pretty good. Because Matcha is the star of the show. Remember the Ed Sullivan show? We got a really big show for you. Really big show. So anyway, we're using whatever palette that we choose. So she may have shades from different palettes also. Or she may choose, you know, a single palette out of her collection to gather all her shades from. I'm not sure what she's, you know, how she's going to create that, but okay, so it's coming together. This is a different kind of look for me. I don't do very many halo looks because hooded eyes are a challenge, y'all. That inner corner, just having something dark in that inner corner, it kind of, it takes me out of my comfort zone. So the outer corner's fine, and carrying the shimmer shade on up into the crease is fine because I have, you know, deep set hooded eyes. It's just that inner corner thing. This matches that olive shade, those green shades that I put up above, pretty good, I think. Okay, now I want to go back into that brown. Let me use this pencil brush. And I'm going to go back into that brown. And I'm going to work some more right out here. And just deepen this up. Okay, that looks pretty good. It's coming together. Alright, now work out here. I'd like to try a matcha latte here at home. I don't want to go to any place like, you know, a coffee shop or anything to try it. I just like to maybe use my Javi concentrate and, you know, make a latte and then put the matcha powder in there. And I'm just using this pencil brush to get some precision here in this outer corner. And this dark brown shade really helps the eyes look bigger too. Just opens everything up. Okay, now I'm going to take what's left over on the brush and just give this inner part another little swipe or two. Okay. Now I need to do something underneath the lash line in the front here. And let me wipe this brush off. I really like using this little pencil brush. It's very precise. Got my makeup eraser here. It works great. Okay, let's see here. Now, I think I am going to go into this light green shimmer. It's called Unimaginable right there. I like this palette. Gloria, I won it in a giveaway from Gloria. And you can find her over on Instagram. This is kind of glittery. I'm going to be careful here. And I get this actually in the tear duct. But the front half. It looks really gold. But it's definitely got some green in it. So I'm going to pack that on pretty good. And then I can always, you know, clean up with concealer or whatever. I don't know if y'all can see what I'm doing. This is a little bit more than what I usually do in the front. Usually I go for a really light color and I just, you know, hit that inner corner and around the tear duct area. But to take it all the way like halfway across the, you know, underneath the lash line, that's a little bit different for me. Very bright, bold color. Okay, now I'm going to take that first brush that I used. I've got it sitting right here. And I'm just going to like blend right here at the top. Just to smooth that out. Smooth everything out. And remove those harsh. That's a really strong pop right there. In that inner corner. Whew. That's a very daring move there on my part. And I feel like I've got more on one eye than I do the other. I feel like I got more on this eye than I do this eye. So let me just work on this eye right here just to try and make it even. Okay. All right, let me go off camera. I'm going to do my brows. Put on some complexion products and everything. Lashes and what have you. And then I'll come back and we'll do highlighter and lips together. See you in a few. Okay, y'all, I'm back. This is the finished eye look. I don't think this lash right here is completely dry. But anyway, we're rolling with it. Anyway, I like it. I think it's pretty. Okay, let's do highlighter. I've got this one from Lurella. It's called Past the Bubbly. It's like a champagne gold. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I don't think I've ever used this on camera. The mirror still has the protective cover. But anyway, we're going to use it today. And it's a really pretty gold. And I've got on a beautiful peach blush. And I thought it would go really, really well with this green. And the one thing about these Lurella highlighters is that once they go on and you start to blend them, it's like they spread. I don't know if I'm making myself clear. Anyway, let me show you. There's little particles. And so when you first swatch it, it may look a little patchy-like. But then when you go to blend it in, those little particles just spread out and help the highlighter to blend. Look at that. Look at that blend. It is amazing. And so it doesn't take a whole lot of this. And once you get it on, then you start to blend it. And then the shine really comes through. Once that, look at that. It's really pretty. It's a different kind of a highlighter formula than some. And that was just a few little crumbs that I picked up from the side of the pan where there was a little kick up that I just did to the nose. Just beautiful. Okay, that's all the highlighter I'm doing for today. But I do want to show you this blush. This is from Ophir. It's called Mai Tai. Oh my gosh, what a gorgeous summer color. And I piled it on today. So I got a good strong cheek going. The bronzer that I used today is from Alamar Cosmetics. I love this one. I've had this little trio for a while. It's called the Hydrating Complifron or something like that. Anyway, I can't pronounce it. And those are the shades. And I'd hardly ever use this light yellow one, which would make a great under eye powder for maybe a medium complexion, but I like my under eye to be brighter. But anyway, this bronzer right here is gorgeous. It doesn't go on that dark. And then you can contour with this one right here. And this is, they have 3 different ones. This is the one for the medium complexion. And even though I'm light complected, I like using this trio right here. And it just works for that bronzer look that I like. I like a good strong cheek look. While I was off camera, I tried this glossy glittering star eyeshadow pencil that I just received in a Medusa's makeup bag, and I just did a little bit of highlighting right there underneath the brow bone. You can't really even tell it unless you're right up on it, but it is not that sparkly. It says it's a glittering star eyeshadow, but it's really not that sparkly at all. I'm really not that impressed with this thing, but it worked good for the under the brow. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out. Okay, now it's time to do lips. And I'm going to use a lip liner and a lipstick. I'm going to use this one from the BeautyVaulte. It's in the shade Rare Mia, which is kind of like a brownish, orangey mauve kind of. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a warm brown. Very creamy. And it looks red on camera, which I guess you could wear it with a red lipstick, but I'm going to wear it with a brown lipstick today. And I've got this one here from Acebeaute. Look at that. That is gorgeous. And I think the lip liner and the lipstick look really good together. So this is the color I chose to go with the green, which really polishes off the look, I think. Okay, I'm going to spray all this down. Let me use my, let's see if I can use my Tarte Stay Spray. I don't know if it's going to pump out. Yeah, there it goes. I love this stuff. It's so good. Okay, let's fan myself down. My complexion looks really white today. My husband says I look pale. I haven't been out in the sun in 2 or 3 years. Probably more than that. Anyway, since COVID. You get in the habit of staying inside, you know? Okay, y'all, that is the look. Be sure and go and visit my buddy Emily. She and I do collabs together occasionally. And I have several looks that we've done together. I need to pull a couple of them up and put them in the cards for you. Up in the cards, or you can look down in the description of the video and they'll show up there as well. Okay, thanks for supporting our collab. Let me know what you think about this look. Do you like this trend, the matcha latte trend? Let me know your thoughts. Do you have this palette? This is a fun palette, y'all. Especially if you like green looks. Okay, I just want to say thank you very much. All right, y'all, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you today is my prayer, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.